everyone, and welcome back to Caitlin's Corner. Today I'm going to be sharing some weekly spreads. I created 6 different weekly spreads. Some are 1 page, some are 2 pages. These spreads are really good for anyone, but obviously because I am a student, I think my fellow students might find them particularly useful. Some are more minimalist, some are colorful, some are, I don't know, there's a lot of variety, I think, at least in these spreads. So let's dive in. This is weekly spread idea number 1. I've been talking a lot about my love for arrows lately, so I had to do a weekly spread that incorporated arrows. How this spread would work is obviously we have a section for each day of the week, and right beside it is a section to put any to-dos that you have for each day. And then how I will use this is beside each arrow I will actually have mini arrows where I will write any events. Something like that, and I would do that for each day of the week. I just thought it'd be a really interesting way of presenting the events while also still bringing in more arrows into the spread. And then at the bottom right of the second page, I have my typical meal planner where I just have the days of the week at the top, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and a small section for me to write a general idea for each meal. Now let's take a look at weekly spread idea number 2. The first one was all about arrows. This one is all about triangles. I've been seeing a lot of triangle action on Pinterest, which if you don't already, you should definitely follow me on Pinterest because I do have a whole board dedicated to bullet journaling. As many of you already know by now, I do prefer vertical spreads, but the way I adapted this horizontal spread to fit my needs is I divided each section into 2 parts so that I could make mini lists on each side, one for more events and one for to-dos. Instead of a meal tracker, here I inserted a study tracker where, again, this is pretty simple, and like most of the ones that I do, I have the course codes, or I will have my course codes listed on the left. I have 5 courses, so 5 course codes will be here, and each box represents an hour studied. So if I study an hour for my eco class, all I'll do is color this box in. Well, I guess I'm not coloring it in, but I'm filling it in. And this way, at the end of the week, I can see where my time was spent, and any class that I feel like I didn't study enough for, I'll make more of a priority next week. But you could definitely add the meal planner here if you are not a student. Weekly spread number 3 is probably the most creative one in this video. I think this is a great spread to do during those days where you just want to avoid any schoolwork altogether and do something a little bit more fun in your planner. I was definitely inspired to do a city skyline type of spread because I do live in Toronto. Each day of the week has its own building, and I made it so that there was still plenty of space to include vertical lists. But to make the spread more student friendly, I added some clouds, 5 clouds to be exact, to represent each of my classes. And at the beginning of the week, what I can do is for each class write all the tasks I have to complete for the week, and then from these clouds, or from whatever is contained in these clouds, I can sort those to-dos into specific days. Honestly, guys, I can't tell you how much I love the spread. Definitely my favorite. On the next page, I actually have 2 different weekly spreads because I have gotten quite a few requests about people who want weekly spreads that can be on 1 page. The spread on the left is one that includes all days of the week, Monday to Sunday, and there's even a section for just general tasks that you need to do for the week. And basically what I did with this spread is I shrunk what I usually do for a vertical layout. I have a section for events at the top, a section for to-do lists or any other things that you want to include in the middle, and then a mini meal planner where you can list what you want to have for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Obviously, because this is all on 1 page, you do have to write a little bit smaller, but I still feel like there's plenty of room for me to write everything that I need to. And then to the right, I did a weekly spread that is more geared to students. It is only for Monday to Friday because typically students only have classes from Monday to Friday. I know that's not always the case for everybody, so you could play around with this layout. But again, I kept this really simple and divided each day into 3 sections. The first being for listing any classes you have on a particular day. The second section is for homework or studying that you need to do. And the last section is an other category. My last spread is one that people who like color will probably really appreciate. If you're looking at the spread and are thinking, wow, those colors are gorgeous, then you have to check out Tombo's new dual brush pen and marker set. It's a pastel set. and all of the colors look so gorgeous. I talked about all of these in a new segment on my Instagram stories called #PlannerMonday, where every Monday I either show you a new bullet journal spread or I talk about new bullet journaling supplies. And this week we talked all about these markers. And yeah, so if you're not following me on Instagram already, be sure to go check me out so that you don't miss out on that. So this is a pretty simple spread to create, so I think it's great if you want something cute but still something that you can do in a short amount of time. Every day has its own little section, and I kept it pretty blank just to give you freedom to adapt this spread to fit whatever your needs are. So that is all I have for my bullet journal ideas weekly spread edition. If you want to see me do more of these bullet journal idea videos where I do a bunch of one particular type of spread, then let me know. Give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and I'd love to hear in the comment section down below which of the 6 spreads was your favorite. I will see all of you very soon with a new video, and until then, bye guys.
It's Friday night, how I'm longing for this day. Yes, I'm single, oh, we won't do